Welcome back to Development Division. This is Chris, and today I'm going to be upgrading the radio on my Civic to an aftermarket touchscreen. It's going to be modernizing the Civic today.
A pair of screwdrivers is what you're gonna need. Phillips and a flathead numero dos para ti. Plastic trim tools to protect your dash. I'm telling you, these are what you want to stash. Now grab you a ratchet 1/4 using going right left with a 3-inch extension and a 8mm Deep Hex Socket. If you don't got this, empty out your pockets. Pop open the hood, set up the prop, and remove the negative terminal from the battery using a 10mm socket or combination wrench. Move on to the interior of the vehicle. Locate the sunglasses tray under the HVAC controls. Remove the access panel using a plastic trim tool. Using an 8mm socket or Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 2 screws securing the radio to the dash. Separate the radio panel from the dash cover using a plastic trim tool. Beware of brittle plastic. Too much force will cause emotional damage. Smooth and steady pressure will disengage the trim clip securing the radio panel from the dash cover. The gauge cluster fascia is positioned on top of the radio panel. Pull on the fascia to separate it from the dash cover. With patience and gentle touch in mind, lift the radio out and disconnect the wiring harness located on the rear of the radio. Reposition the gauge cluster fascia. Leaving this piece under stress could cause cracking or other damage to the plastic. Our new radio is a 10.1 Android touchscreen. This version includes Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and GPS connectivity. 2 USB ports included will allow wired applications and charging. The top of this OEM radio is very brittle. This area receives a heavy amount of sun damage. On the back side of the assembly, locate the 15 Phillips head screws and remove. I'm using an electric driver to speed up the process. Separate the hazard switch, passenger airbag light, air vent, and radio from the radio panel.
So now I'm going to remove the dials. We have to remove these bezels, these gray bezels first before this unit can come out. I'm going to get a very thin screwdriver. Try to get up under this thing. Try to click it out. There's one. And all I'm doing is kind of pushing the button, adding some pressure to the side to open up a gap. And then from there, I can put in my screwdriver and just turn it a little bit. I'll go to the other side and do it. There you go. It should come right out. There you go. I'm gonna make sure I remember which side goes where. I don't want to mix them up. I don't know if they're interchangeable or not. I don't really want to try to find out. So after that, this should come out just like that. This is our HVAC controls, our dials that we just removed, our hazard switch, and our driver's side vent. So I have my new unit here. I'm gonna flip this over, and we're gonna start attaching our accessories into this assembly here. First the HVAC. Just gonna attach those with those same screws, the factory screws that came out. And then our hazard switch goes in right there. Get these screws started. So now I am using an electronic screwdriver for this. But I do have the clutch set to 3 just so I don't blow this new piece of trim up. I'm going to hand tighten them and finish them off with a hand screwdriver just to make sure I have that tightness. I don't want this stuff vibrating. It's pretty nasty vibration while you're driving, and it's gonna be very annoying because you're gonna have to take the whole dash apart. So I'm just gonna make sure these are nice and tight. So now we have our momentary hazard switch on. I'm gonna attach our vent. Should go in just like that. And again, get these screws in there. So now that we have the vent, the hazard, and our HVAC control screwed in from the back, we can flip this back over to the front. Okay. So when you're reattaching your dials, to realign them, there are notches. See, there's a thick notch back there. Then you rotate some more, there's another size one back there, and then I think the smallest one is that one back in that back corner right there. If you look very, very closely inside of this, where the dial seats into, there's going to be fins that kind of correspond. There we go. Make sure they all work, make sure everything works good. Everything is turning, all these buttons. Okay, that button's a little stuck. All these other buttons seem to push very fine, but this one got stuck. So that means I need to adjust those screws back there that tightens this whole piece into this faceplate and kind of shift it over so I have enough room for my button to come back out. Okay, so we're back at the back side of the radio here. I'm gonna go ahead and unravel these cords. These are two USB auxiliary cords, cables. I want to relocate these to the passenger side glove box. We have our main harness here provided with the radio. I'm going to go ahead and connect this in here. And then make sure I plug this jack into this hole over here. Cool. I'm going to get my GPS module, screw it into here, make a positive connection here. And there's a piece of sticky adhesive on the back of here. I'm thinking I might be able just to set this GPS right here, or maybe on the underside of here. That way I can get a strong signal. I might actually go for this top location right here, just nice and tucked away. But I'm gonna test fit it first to make sure there's space up there. Okay, so here we are with our new unit. I'm going to go ahead and get our harness from inside of our dash and connect it to this radio here so we can install it, along with our hazard switch and our HVAC. Make sure you hook those back up. Okay, so I have this test fit in here. I'm gonna plug the battery back in, test out everything, make sure it works before I tighten everything up. All right, seems to be we have some life. Okay, so looks like our HVAC controls still work. That's still... Alright, well I gotta fix that rear defrost button for sure. But everything else seems like it's working. The vent works. That works. I don't even know how to... Let's try radio here. Oh, that's not the volume knob anymore. What is La Raza? 95.1. That's La Raza. Yes, sir. Hi. Well, seems to be the radio's working. Okay, so the radio works. To my knowledge, everything seems to be functioning properly. So I'm gonna take some time and put all the trim back and wrap it up. And then I can configure this radio to exactly what I need it to do. But for now, we got power, and that's what matters. All the buttons and attachments work, and now we just have to finish it up.